Very well. Very well, ladies and gentlemen. Very good. Very good. Very good. 4 years of Maestro Pioli. 4 years of Maestro Pioli, ladies and gentlemen. 4 years. Has to be happy, has to be said. What is going to be? What is going to be? 4 years, guys. 4 years of Maestro Pioli. So today, because I was wondering, what did he do in the last 4 years? So that's why I wanted to check out with you a little bit of the stats of Maestro Pioli. Of course, you know, it's a coach that when it wins, people are always there to say, oh, wow, the team was good. Pulisic was good. Leao was good. Tomori was good. They never say Maestro Pioli changed the match with the substitution. So today, we are going to check some of the stats of Maestro Pioli, ladies and gentlemen, because I think we need it. We need to see what he actually did. I'm gonna share this. Awesome. I'm gonna put this one right here. No, I have to share the other one. Perfect. I want to hide this thing first of all. There you go. Boom. There you go. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. What? Let me see. I want to see this. I want to see this. There you go. Let me see. Squad detail, full squad details. Let me see. Let me do some of this research. Stefano Pioli. So now I'm gonna start searching for Stefano Pioli, literally on the here. So as we said, woof, this is all his career, right? Look at that. Bologna, Chievo Salernitana, Modena, Parma, Grosseto, Piacenza, Sassuolo, Chievo, Palermo, Bologna, Lazio, Inter, Fiorentina, and AC Milan. So AC Milan history for Maestro Pioli, it's been 4 years together, and in his history, he never stayed more than 3 years with the same club. See, 2014, 12-14, 14-16, 16-17 with Inter, 17-19 with Fiorentina, and even in the past, 1 year, in Parma 1 year, in Modena 2 years, in Salernitana, in Salerno 1 year, in Verona 1. So this is literally the only time that he stays so long with the same club. So, because I have a very high expectation over Pioli, and a lot of people tend to forget where we're from. So I'm gonna check out AC Milan coaches. So we're gonna see coaches. Is spelled on this way? There you go. Okay, the list of AC Milan managers. And of course, one of the best coach in history, which is what's his name? Mike Magnan, which is Mr. Carlo Ancelotti. And here you got the list of managers. So you got the season. Herbert Kipling, which is the founder of AC Milan, of course, he got 47%. So this is, so here we got played. Here we got the number of the victory, the draw, the lost, the goal for, the conceded goal, I guess. And this one here, the last part, is win percentage. All right. So what is interesting to see that I already saw, so look at that. This is Stefano Pioli, okay? So is taking consideration all the matches from Serie A, Coppa Italia, Champions League, whatever Milan played. So far we got 198 matches total. He won 109, so probably this one is not really up to date. 49 draw. So the 49 draw, 40 lost, because we arrive at 111. So this is not very accurate. This number here should be 111. 49 draw, 40 lost. And this should be, what is this part here? I don't recall. This is goal concede and goal score, right? Goal concede, goal scored. So goal scored 340, goal concede 209, for an average of points of what? No, of winning percentage of 55.5%. 55.5%. So sometimes people forget that Maestro Pioli, Padre Pioli, it's a coach in 2000, since 2019, 2020, when after Giampaolo played only 7 matches with Milan, he was like, bro, you're fired. So what's happening here? You can see this is the percentage of winning, 55%. Look at that. 55% of percentage of victory for Pioli. Giampaolo, with his 7 matches and 9 goal concede. Piuma! He got a 42. Gennaro Gattuso, 48. Vincenzo Montella, 50%. Christian Brocchi, 28%. Sinisa Mihajlovic, 50%. Filippo Inzaghi, 35%. Clarence Seedorf, 50%. Massimiliano Allegri, that sometimes we forget about Massimiliano Allegri, okay? That he played a total of 178 matches, won 91, drew 49, lost 38 matches, scoring 303 goals and 177 concede. He got a percentage of winning of 51.12. With Ibrahimovic, Robinho, Thiago Silva, Clarence Seedorf, Inzaghi was still playing with those players. Right? Leonardo, 47%. Before Leonardo, we got the first coach that has a better percentage of winning than our beloved Pioli, Carlo Ancelotti. Okay? Carlo Ancelotti. And what team Carlo Ancelotti had. Okay? He didn't win a Scudetto with Messia and Salemakers. Okay? He got good players, as we all know. A good defense, as we all know. He didn't have Calabria. He had Cafu. Okay? He didn't have Krunic. He got Gattuso, he got Pirlo, and he got 56.67%. If we want to go back again in time, let's go. 13 matches, Fatih Terim and Antonio Di Gennaro, 61%, pretty good. 43% for Zaccheroni. So Zaccheroni, Pioli, believe me or not, has already a greater score than what Zaccheroni did, because Pioli is on what we said 55.5. Look at that, 55.5. And Fabio Capello, 57.03, guys. Okay, 57. I need a piece of paper with this. Allora, hang on a second. Capello got 57%, 77, and Arrigo Sacchi got 54. So who got better than them? Nereo Rocco, but Nereo Rocco played a million of matches, right? 200, not that many actually, only 229. But Nereo Rocco, we're talking about 1966, got 51%. Lidl, 61%. Nereo Rocco and Giuseppe Viani, 57%. So we are Gutmann, 56%. So we are really traveling back in time. Look at that. Antonio Busini, 64%, 1951, after the Second World War. Okay, look at that, 52%, Guido Moda. 84%, who is this guy? Aldo Cevinini, Italian professional football player and coach who played as a forward. Okay, 84%. Technical committee. This is during the First World War. Look at that. 68% of winning percentage. Joel, how are you? What are you saying? Oliver Giroud is the only striker goalkeeper in this decade with 100% clean sheet. Very true. Very true. Very true. Look at that. Okay, so to recap, guys. To recap. So this is a list of every single Milan coach that played since the beginning, 1899, with the founder Herbert Kipling. Okay, the win percent. So you got how many matches they played: won, draw, lost, goal scored, goal conceded. The winning. This is the winning percentage. Okay, winning percentage. We are talking about Stefano Pioli. Let me write it down. Pioli is 55.05. Right. So to have a better coach than Pioli, we have to go back to our beloved Ancelotti. With a 56.67 percentage. If we, for example, Capello has 57.03. So Capello is even more, has more winning percentage compared to Ancelotti and Pioli. Sacchi, 54. Sacchi, that completely changed the history of football. Sacchi has a 54%, 0.8. Sacchi stayed from 87, 89, 90, 91, so it is 4 years. There you go. Let's say Sacchi. 4 years. Rafik, how's it going, man? Juve, PSG, Napoli, a real test start in 2 weeks. And it's always a real test, brother. It was a real test after the derby. If it was a real test, if we can make a lot of points, it was a real test all the way, bro. It's gonna be always. I think we should go with a full team against PSG. We need our best team against them. Theo and Magnan will be rested again against Juve, and then maybe rest 1 or 2 attackers against Napoli. I don't know, man. It's gonna be up to Pioli what he wants to do, because it's a match against Juventus that Milan will come without Theo and without Mike Magnan, which is beside the technicality that we can always overcome. Having Mike and Theo in the field is always very good because they have a lot of personality. Against PSG, even though it's gonna sound like we always have to believe in a victory, but also PSG has to win. PSG has to win. So coming home already with a win a victory will be incredible. Coming home with a draw is not bad. Hopefully not too bad. Oldie, what's up, Oldie? Alexander, how are you, brother? Second star, still a long way, bro. Chiesa and Vlahovic are still injured, I believe. Yes, they were injured. I watched Juventus playing against Torino. They're playing kind of okay. So still a football that I don't really like about Juve, but what can you do? Anyway, let me finish here. Capello from 1990. Let me see here. So we say Sacchi 80. Now he played 87, 88, 89, 90, 91. So it's a total of 5 years Sacchi played with Milan. Okay. Then we got Capello. He played 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. That means 6 years. Then we played the other one that was very good, was Ancelotti. Got the average percentage of winning of 56.67. And Ancelotti stayed 2001, 2009. 8 years. Yeah. Pioli is at 4. Okay. So we're talking about right now of Pioli compared to, for example, the biggest coach in Milan history, which is Capello, Ancelotti, and Sacchi. Okay, they are the biggest because they all won the big cup, right? The Champions League, the International Cup, the European Super Cup, the European Cup, Champions League. So yes, they are considered the best in Milan history because they won trophies. They won a lot of silver. Serie A, Supercoppa Italiana, Champions League, Serie A, another Super Cup, another Supercoppa Italiana, of course. Look at that, Fabio Capello. Now, I was a little bit too young for that because, I was literally just born. Ancelotti, I still remember Ancelotti. I remember the team that Ancelotti had. And I remember he won a Coppa Italia, Champions League, Serie A title, Supercoppa Italiana, another Champions League. But also, 56% of victory, okay, in 8 years. So he literally had 8 years to work on the team. I have to say that he won right away. Boom, look at that. He won right away the Champions League after 2 years. On the second year, he won Champions League, of course. Okay. Pioli, Allegri, yes, won a super. He won one title more than Pioli because he won the Supercoppa Italiana. Pioli just won the Serie A so far. This is the things about Pioli that I said. Pioli get a lot of frustration But I want to remind you that we are from Giampaolo, from Gennaro Gattuso, 48%, 48.19% of winning, Vincenzo Montella, Christian Brocchi, Sinisa Mihailovic, Filippo Inzaghi, Clarence Seedorf, Tassotti. From 2014, guys, that we are not seeing the light. Because if this is the season 2013-2014, okay, on that team, I still remember that this team here, we are literally from 9 years of darkness, And Milan rarely had so many years of nada, of nothing. Look at that. So many titles. From 74, 73 to 70. Fuck, look how many coaches did we change in that year. Look at that. In 2 years, we changed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ones. But you see, Milan always wants something. The longest that it's been without a trophy, it was the 9 year. No, well, here they didn't win anything from 51 to 55. And this is a good one. Oh, this is a big gap. Well, here it is in the middle. What the hell? But here it was in the middle of the Second World War. Look at that. Here we didn't win shit. Look at that. Oh, not just a league, but probably there was not European competition at this point because Europe was at war. So, yes, yeah, all wartime games. So, I don't think there was anything there. But this is the things that, because it's easier, of course, to criticize the coach. The coach is the first one to get criticized if Milan doesn't win, and is the last one to glorify when Milan collect 21 points in 8 games, and is 7 points clear from Napoli, who last year was the best team in the planet, and now we are flying compared to them. And nobody is it, because as soon as they don't play Adli, out, Pioli, out. As soon as they play Calabria for fuck knows Florenzi, that is better, immediately panicking. Oh, right. But Pioli literally took a team. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna check out the team that he took originally. Puma, please. Puma, get out. I'm very curious. So let's check out together what team Pioli took. I mean, this cat is incredible. It's so annoying. Look at that. Look at the percent. Look at the percentage of winning in the year that we won the Scudetto, guys. 60.42. Incredible. Incredible. So let's check out 2019 Milan. Okay? This is the season when we started for 7 matches with the maestro Giampaolo, and then we switched to Pioli in I think was 9 of October, so literally now. So facts and event, let's check out. So 2000 May 28, 2019, head coach Gennaro Gattuso announced he would be leaving the club despite being under contract until 2021. So, on the same day, director Leonardo announced his resignation. So, during that year, we got in Zvonimir Boban, we got in Paolo Maldini, and Leonardo just left. Okay? So, 2 days later, either Frederic Massara. Okay? So we played the Giampaolo for 7 matches, and then Pioli was on it. But let's see the lineup that we had 4 years ago. So we got Donnarumma, okay? We got Calabria, Conti that was always injured, Romagnoli, Theo Hernandez. I think we signed him. We signed him on this year, right? I think it might be. Musacchio, Simon Kier, Duarte, Gabbia. This was our defender who was playing as central then. Because central, it is Romagnoli. I'm missing somebody here, guys. Who we are missing? Ah, Kier played with us, central defender. Okay, so we played with Kier, Romagnoli, Theo Hernandez, if I remember well, and usually was on the right side was Calabria. Okay. The substitute of Calabria was Diego Laxalt. And the substitute of Theo Hernandez was Andrea Conti. Okay. Now, midfield. Benasser just arrived. 2019. Yeah, Benasser just arrived. We had Bonaventura, which is lately, he's very, 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 very good. I don't know, guys, you watch yesterday Napoli-Fiorentina. Bonaventura was on fire. Fiorentina finally, I not because I'm a Milanista, but I think in Italy, the most aggressive game right now, the most aggressive play, Milan has it. But Fiorentina, I saw it playing. Oof, nice. Very, very nice. Very, very, very nice. So we got Kessi in the midfield. We got Bonaventura, Benasser, Biglia, Krunic, Frankesi. Kind of nice, eh? Kind of nice. If you think right now how they are, Benasser is incredible, Bonaventura, good, Biglia, Krunic, yeah, Krunic is Krunic, Paquetá, and Frankesi. Samo Castillejo, Cananoglu, Rafa Leao, Ante Rebic, Ibrahimovic, Alexis Saelemaekers. I think this one was nice, more or less. This one was nice. But yeah, it was a team that got potential, isn't it? Can we say that this team had actually potential? At the time, also remember that Theo Hernandez, we didn't know how he was. Okay? Krunic, we didn't know how he was. Paquetá was arrived the year before, and we were like, who is this guy? Castillejo, 2018. Rafa Leao arrived in 2019. So, hang on a second. So, Theo and Leao, they arrived in the same year? Yes, they arrived in the same year. So, two out of our 3 best players. So, 2 out of the 3 our best play arrived in the same year as Pioli. You know who's the other best player that we have? Is called Mike Maignan. And they all arrived together with Pioli. Yes, of course, there was Ibrahimovic. But look at that. Ah, there you go. Summer windows in. Rafa Leao, Theo Hernandez, Krunic, Frankesi. Kessi arrived in 2019. There you go. So we got Kessi, Theo Hernandez, Rafa Leao, Benasser in the same year that Pioli arrived. And we all know how he was in the beginning. So that was their first year. Okay. Let me see Ancelotti who had on the first year. We are playing, right? Just playing. We're comparing. We need to understand the good and the bad. So let me see Carlo Ancelotti who had as a first year. Let me see what's going on here. So okay. There you go. List of managers. Okay, let me see here. What are you saying, guys? Laxalt was for Teo Hernandez. Conti was the right back. Biggest heartbreak made is losing Bonaventura. So you're right about Laxalt and Teo Hernandez and Calabria and Conti. Absolutely correct. Bonaventura, yeah, it still crying my heart because Jack was the player that during the dark ages we were like, luckily there is Jack Bonaventura. Yeah, still incredible player. Actually, he got called up by Spalletti for the Italian national team because he's doing really well. Pulisic has cemented his position as a right winger for Milan. Chuck has to win it back. Maybe a good problem for us. All up to Chuck now. Yes, Rafik. Yes, but he got two good techniques. You see him playing. He just, I think he still. He just need to focus more. He just need to work harder. That's it. Compare last 8. Sorry. Okay. Hi, Peter. How you doing, bro? Compare last year first 8 games and this season in Serie A. Okay. Let me finish the comparison with Ancelotti first. Chuck will come soon. Needs time, just like KC. Yes. Free mind. Why do you think Paqueta didn't do well like he does for West Ham now? There are a lot of players, man, that they could have performed much better for Milan. A lot of them, and I'm quite sure that the reason why some of these players they didn't perform very good with us is because the environment in Milan wasn't the best. In a smaller version, it's similar to what is happening now with Chelsea and with some Premier League teams, that they have so much Manchester United, so much talent in those teams, so much talent that when there is so much talent but there is not a good environment behind the scene in the dressing room, when they train, you can have so much talent that you're wasting maybe some opportunity to have very good players, and has to be the coach. But I feel like I think I watched a video a few days ago that was saying, actually Zlatan said that he was talking about the Manchester United situation with Manchester United situation with a bald guy, the Teg Hag. I don't know how to pronounce it. That he said, Zlatan said, I knew him since Ajax, and in Ajax he was doing really well. Why? Because he's a coach that needs to work with young talents. Instead, in Manchester, he's playing not just with young talents, but also players that have a certain kind of status. And probably because a little bit the personality, a little bit the environment, a little bit the press, these two things, they don't get really along. So the coach, for example, of Manchester United, he won a lot with Ajax, and it's not like he forgot how to do it. It's because the environment that he's finding in Manchester, for example, it's completely different. I think so. It's this has to be the situation. Pioli, but as well, for example, Ancelotti started with some raw talent, and then he slowly were able to bring the best out of them. Okay, the Gattuso, the Seedorf now, because was already a good player, the Pirlo, who else, for example, was Rui Costa. All those players, they had excellent talent, but he was able to push them up a little bit, and then his status from developing talents only, he became developing champions. And when you have a coach with both sides, that they can do work with talent and work with champions, and when I talk about champions, I'm talking a coach that they play the highest level of the Champions League. one year yes, 1 year no, winning some trophies, dealing also with certain players that they are literally millionaires. And yeah, like imagine dealing with Neymar, right? Dealing with players with the Sergio Ramos of the situation, dealing with player with huge personality and still let them work towards the same direction. That's a skill. That's a massive skill of managing that you have to do. So step by step, guys, we will see. Pioli right now is the best coach for us. Tell me who else. Mr. Wolf, I know. That's what I'm trying to convince all these people watching this live and putting a like to this video. I'm trying to say that Pioli slowly is getting really, really far. So we just compare. Let's go back to our research. Let's go. So we were comparing the Milan that played for the first Milan that Pioli actually had to coach, and the first Milan that Pioli coached, he was with player like Teo Hernandez, Frank Kessie, Rafa Leao, Ismael Benasser, that they landed in Milano during that year. Okay, in that year they landed, so it was the first time. Now, what is it here? I want to see what kind of team actually this Milan here. I want to see the first Milan of Carlo Ancelotti, 2001-2002. Okay, there you go. So Milan started the pool. Okay. In Europe, Milan did well for much of the season. Okay. The poor start of the season led to the early dismissal of new appointed manager Fatih Terim, who was replaced by Carlo Ancelotti on the 5th of November 2001. Right. Ancelotti had to play with Sebastiano Rossi, Cristian Abbiati, a young Cristian Abbiati. Defender, Paolo Maldini, Alessandro Costacurta, Serginho. I'm just reading some names, I'm not reading them all. Paolo Maldini, Alessandro Costacurta, a young Kaka Kaladze, legend of the game. Thomas Helveg, legend of the game. Serginho, Martin Laursen, Roque Jr., all these players, they are legend, but I believe that at the time everyone knew, and they were already a hell of a player. Of course, the captain Paolo Maldini, Costacurta, Serginho. I'm not sure if it was already the Serginho that me and you know. The others, they were kind of good. Kaka Kaladze, for example, I remember Kaka Kaladze he went to play Kaka Kaladze, I remember, on PES. Man, Kaka Kaladze, when you were playing and he was like with a red arrow up, man, Kaka Kaladze, nobody was going over Kaka Kaladze. It was so good. We got Pirlo, we got Gattuso, we got Rui Costa, we got Ambrosini, we got Albertini, Ibrahim Ba, Redondo, Donati. Forwards, we got Shevchenko, Inzaghi. That's it. That's all I can say. Everyone else is Javi Moreno, Marco Simone. Yeah. When Sheva arrived to Milan? I have a question, how long it's been for Milan, Sheva? I mean, when did he political career? No. Ukraine national team? No. Style of playing? I want to know. Milan, okay, 1999. So it was already 3 seasons in Milan. Okay. So that already got Shevchenko. I think overall that, and then And then from this team, Ancelotti were able to work with this team for the next 8 years. 8 years. Not 4, 8. With people that already won the Champions League in the past. With leaders, true leaders, with true leaders. Who's our leaders now? Who is a leader on in the bench now? We had Ibra, he was a leader. People say Mike Nyan, he's a leader. Who else? Leao is not a leader yet. We had Tonali, that apparently it looked like a leader. He's gone. Who else we got? I don't know, bro. You don't have a Maldini or a Costa Curta. You don't have a Rui Costa or a Seedorf. It's much harder for Pioli. It's much harder. And that's why I think we need to give him the respect that he deserves, because he did something, and he's still doing something incredible with Milan. End of the story. What do you guys think? I enjoy Pioli. He makes me happy and sad every week. Makes Milan a beautiful team to watch with all these contrasting emotion. Definitely entertaining. I think Pulisic will be a leader in the future. I was expecting nothing from Pulisic at first. Thank you, Mr. Wolf. Super stream topic, my friend. Oh yes. Yeah, but because I'm again, I'm sometimes it's get me, like you see people in the comments and in the lives, they just come to say as soon as Adli didn't play and we draw, oh my god, that's the key. That's the key. If Adli doesn't play, there are this, it's like a cult. Like if Adli doesn't play and Milan doesn't win or draw, Pioli is a piece of shit that did absolutely nothing and is destroying the club. The club doesn't have future and this and this and that. You know. Let's check out a little bit also Pioli's wrong button. Now let me check out a little bit Pioli's can I check here Pioli directly? Look at that. Stefano Pioli retired. Nope. Stefano Pioli, AcMilan coach. Let's see. Look at that. This is interesting as well. This is another interesting thing. Look at that. So as I said in the beginning of the stream, guys, he never managed a team more than 3 years in a row. This is his 4th year. Let's check out. There you go. Look at that. Point per match, PPM, 192 for Milan, 143 for Fiorentina, 167 for Inter, 167 for Lazio, 128, 127, 162. So it's literally, he did all this dirty work from 2001. So while Ancelotti was winning cup and bringing the Milan name, the Milan bread all across the world, Pioli started with Bologna, Chievo, under 11, Salernitana, Modena, and so on. Okay, look at that. He was even a player, by the way. He played from 83 until 99. Look at that. He played even for Juve. He played literally for Juve. Parma and Juve. He's from Parma, so he played a little bit in Parma as well. Details. What's details means? Ah, there you go. Oh, man. Luckily, there are this kind of website, bro. Look at that. Every time, look, I'm so old school that I literally write down things on the paper, you see? Because I didn't know there was this website. I'm a young boomer, guys. But anyway, look at that. This is exactly what I was looking for. Well, how many minutes are we on live? 46 minutes of absolutely research and this and that when it was fucking clear all here. Fucking hell. Anyway. Anyway, look at that, guys. Days in charge. Okay, so Pioli has a contract until 2025. Days in charge, 1,461. 198 matches with 111 victory, 47 draw, lost 40. Player used 68. What is this? What is this thing? Goals. 179, 112. Fuck, why there is? I don't know. Points per match, 192. So you see that he's been the longest in his career. He's been with Milan. He got the highest point per match. He's growing. He's growing. Now I would like to do this, but every year. Like I would like to see his stats every year. I think we need to go here. Look. I think we need to go right here. There you go. Boom. So the year that he arrived with that terrible team, we lost 6 matches. This is the year. Hang on a second. 2019-2020 was the year of the pandemic. And I remember post-pandemic Milan, that was fire. That was fire. That's when we actually started to. The first part was really okay. Remember the first part of the Campionato when there is a famous 5-0, 5-1 against Atalanta, and we just sign Ibra in January, I think, was it, right? So we lost 6 matches, we drew 11, and we won 18. With the average of victory of 51.43. The year after, this year, 2020-2021 was the year that Inter won the Scudetto, but we were still on fire literally from the last part of the season. We were like, Milan is not losing, Milan is not losing, Milan is not losing, and we didn't lose for a very long time. And then 2021 was the year that Inter won the Scudetto with Conte, and I remember it was Lukaku, there was Hakimi, and it was a good team for Inter for sure. And then I remember that we arrived at the same point with Inter. Incredibly, we didn't know how the hell we were doing that until that derby. I think it was was January or February, I don't recall exactly when. We lost 3-0 that derby. Remember, 3-0. And then Inter just ran straight winning the Scudetto. But we focused on that year and we knew, okay, now we know who we have to beat. So the year after, 2021, guys, with a 60.42% of victories, 60.42 is one of the highest. One of the highest. We won the Scudetto. Lost 9, draw 10, won 29. This is a count with all the match played on during that season. Okay, Champions League included, Europa League or whatever. Okay. Last year, for example, we had probably last year was one of the worst. One of the worst last year. Look at that, 48%. This year at the moment is 70%. But for this reason, guys, I think You see, I'm with Pioli. I'm extremely with Pioli. I understand the project. I think he's a coach that need time, but anytime he literally took a team of nobody and did something incredible during that post lockdown in 2021. In 2022, you won the Scudetto, and I was like, "Oh, are we really winning again against Inter?" Yes, we did. Last year was a little bit like that, too much pressure, a little. I don't know, man. I feel like last year we didn't want to defend it, and especially January, February, we fucked up so many points. I remember the 5-2. What was it against? No, 4-0 against Lazio, 5-2 against Sassuolo. Lost a bunch of derby. It was terrible. And then this year, now it's high. Now it's good. Now it looks good, 70%, but we'll see, because this season, the calendar for us is crazy, man. Calendar is tough. 27 matches in 21 days we just came from, and now we have a crazy calendar, so we will see. But what I think, saying all that, Pioli has to win something this year, because the team that we built, he built it. Each of the new player that it's with us now, it's something that last year somehow we were missing. We missed, how many years we said, how many months we said we missing Kessie last year? How many times did we say we miss a Kessie? Now you got Loftus-Cheek and a young Musa that can both be kind of replaced of Kessie. We need somebody on the right side. Messi and Salemaker drive us crazy. We got Pulisic, Chukwueze. Pulisic, bowler, was not expecting what he's doing now. I hope his technique is incredible. I hope he become a little bit more leader. I think sometimes he's a little bit too shy. He should be not giving shit too much. I think sometimes he's hiding from the match, but his percentage, he's very good at the moment, so can't complain too much. But sometimes I won't have him dangerous as Rafa Leao. That's what I would love to see. But again, Pioli got his midfielder, got his right wing, got his new players, got his new midfielders. Still missing a new number 9, yeah. Still missing a couple of substitutes for the right wing and the left wing, but step by step. So, however, I think if Pioli doesn't bring a trophy at home this year, it is correct. It is correct. I mean, I will feel it like if Milan is going to look for another coach. I will be like, okay, this was your team. You built it. We didn't win absolutely anything. If Milan wants to win, I think at the end of the season is going to be the right time. But so far, I'm very happy what he's doing. And I really hope that this year we win something, because guys, we're first in the league now. It's good. I don't know for how long we're going to be first, but it's a good thing, right? Come on. Let me read some of these comments. Come on. Okay, I lost so many comments, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, free mind. At least Milan don't have Rudy Garcia. Face blue smiling. Oh, yeah, Rudy Garcia Napoli has this problem now that we will see. Peter, I don't agree. Sorry, he can't live on old fame. Yeah, we won a Scudetto last year in Serie A. We finished 5th. Don't forget that. He can't be untouchable. True. Tomori is the next leader. I feel. But first, he needs to fix his defensive record. It's going to happen soon. Already a good record this season. Tomori is doing really, really well. Very happy. Pioli won a UEFA Champions League with Juve? Okay. Peter, okay, this is expected goal. Ton Vangero, maybe the squad learned from Zlatan how to become leader. He's a master in it. Absolutely agree. Ton Vangero. Mr. Wolf, I think Simeone at Atletico stretch. I think Simeone Atletico Street, can read that, at Freiburg and Pioli in mainland are longest trainers in their job now. Okay, they are the... Well, no, what are you talking about? Guardiola, Ancelotti. I think also Ibra had his influence on young players when he arrived. He did it also in 2011 with Nocerino and Kevin Prince Boateng. Yeah, true. And Shaarawy, yeah. He could have done much better with El Shaarawy. It's yeah. Free Mind, wasn't that season when Zlatan and Lukaku got a fight? That was the season in 2000. Yes, that 2019, 2020. I think was the year after, guys. This is the year of the pandemic. 2019-20 was the year of the pandemic, and we didn't play the derby. I remember that it was a derby of Coppa Italia, by the way. It was the year afterwards. So it was 2021, the year that Inter won the Scudetto. Last season, in one point, we had 8 key players injured. And it's, yeah, exactly. Jesus. Last year we got sold. Cardi G didn't know how to spend, so he got that printer Origi. Mr. Wolf, with 3 or 4 top signing, we will stay on top till the end if everyone functioning. We will miss Tonali this season? I don't think so. Reinders took his place. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. We can all agree with that. Is anybody missing Tonali? I mean, so far, not midfield. We finally got good Adli out of the bench. Finally, we got a good Reinders. We got incredible Loftus-Cheek. We got a good Musa. No, I don't think we're missing him now. I'm sure that Pioli will stay until end of season. Borg gave him goals for this season, and season just started. He has a lot of time. What if Milan miss out on the Scudetto but wins the Coppa Italia? Will Pioli still be safe? It depends. If only win, for example, the Coppa Italia, the Coppa Italia is not seen as a great trophy. Let's be honest. For Milan, okay, maybe for let's say if I don't know, Fiorentina, Atalanta, maybe Roma and Lazio. I don't know, man. They will feel like it's a big achievement. Inter, maybe they will feel it's a big achievement for them, but for us, it's okay. If that's gonna happen, free mind, it's all gonna depend on how long we're fighting in Champions League and how long and where we're gonna finish in Campionato. Because if you win the Coppa Italia, you arrive again to the quarterfinal of Champions League, you arrive second in the league, but and you win the Coppa Italia, it's still not enough. But yeah, they will ask him, okay, what do you need next year to win the Campionato, the Champions League, and that? But slowly you see that the level is raising slowly. In already 4 years, we saw that in 2019-20 we were not playing any cup. 2021 was the year of Rio Ave, and we were sweating our balls in the cold of Rio Ave, trying to get into the Europa League. And when we get into Europa League, it looks like, oh my God. The year after, we entered for the first time after I don't know how many years, 10 years, 9 years, in Champions League. The year after, you won the Scudetto. The year after, you arrive in semi-final of Champions League. So you see that we constantly are somehow building something, even though last year, for example, Campionato wasn't our best option, but there was a moment, as Peter said, we got a lot of injuries last year. It was a weird year because there was World Cup right in the middle. So I don't know. Joel say no, I'll give up Pioli one more year. If there is no trophy this year, he didn't get enough time with this team. Yeah, exactly. We'll see. Pioli hypnotize. He is okay. Pioli kryptonite, not kryptonite, is Inzaghi Inter, which he has beaten before. Sadly, a lot of Milan fans doesn't appreciate Pioli, who has beaten all the top teams in Serie A, especially a prime Gasperini Atalanta and a prime Napoli. So a lot of people forget about that. A lot of people forget about last year beating Napoli. Because last year, Napoli, under the eyes of the entire world, was the best team on the planet. It was not. It was not. And this is, I think, also why we arrived to the semi-final cooked. Because Napoli has been a very tough match for us. In Milan, and especially in Napoli. Remember the second match in Napoli? We didn't see the color of the ball, guys, because we defended, but it was exhausting. And we arrived in semi-final of Champions League against Inter that were they deserve 100% to go through the final. But we were cooked. We were cooked on that match. I don't remember right now. I don't remember a single action that was Milan was dangerous against Inter in a semi-final of Champions League. Probably the when Tonali hit the post. That's it. On the second match, nothing. So yes, Pioli has to. I'm so curious to see. I want to see another derby. Like I would like to be tomorrow, another derby, because I feel like if it was like Inzaghi literally understood the gameplay of Pioli. Pioli did not understand it. Pioli did not understand the game of Inzaghi. And we are constantly thinking about always doing the same match. But Inter against those kind of teams that they go fast, the high pressure, they try to keep the possession of the ball. It's their perfect it's the perfect prey, and we got fucked constantly. Pioli is the right coach for us at the moment. Give him exactly a good striker and a good CB central back, and he will get us another Scudetto. We won't win Coppa Italia. Interesting, we have more than 7 Champions League than Coppa Italia. Yeah. Mr. Wolf, if you hear since Rio Ave, you are an old heart. Rio Ave, guys, man. A good match. That was the beginning. Sometimes I post it. Sometimes, guys, I know you are watching the live stream. Sometimes I post those pictures. It's because I want people to remember where everything started. Because that victory at the penalty, it seems to be winning a cup. But we were just literally qualifying for the Europa League. Step by step. Pioli only coach in Milan history to deal with 2 new ownership, so need to give him time under Cardi G. Cardi G is okay. Jerry Cardinale. Unbelievable, guys. Yeah, so I think overall, guys, this is a good It's a coach that, as we mentioned, in his time, but I think overall, I understand, and let's be very honest here as well. Like sometimes it's the approach against Inter in the derby. Sometimes it's the approach that I don't like. And I'm not saying that he's a holy, that nobody can criticize him because he does always the same things. The only thing I'm saying is that he's a coach that, yes, sometimes does mistakes, okay? But I remember even Ancelotti did a lot of mistake. I remember out of nowhere the game against La Coruña, that we lost. We won in Milan, and then we went in La Coruña, north of Spain, and we lost 4-0. I still remember that match. I still remember I was watching in my nonno's place on the TV. Everything was dark, and then we were watching. We're like 1-0. Milan is gonna take it. 2-0. Milan is gonna take it. 3-0. That's it. Fourth lap, and then the classic, the most famous one, the Liverpool one. Okay, so even Ancelotti did mistake, but at the, and nobody think that Ancelotti did. It's nobody remember Ancelotti as a loser, because as Maldini said in an interview, he's one of the players that lost most finals in the history, because there are more the final that he lost than the one that he won. And people remember only the good things about Paolo, which is correct, which is the right way. But there is a lot of fucked up moment. So yes, you lose a derby 5-1. Yes, you lose against Atalanta 5-0. Yes, you lose against Sassuolo at home. You know, but I think the mystery is doing something good. So anyway, right, guys, look at that. There was another things that I wanted to show that before, completely different. I'm going to talk a little bit about the single player, because AC Milan. I wanted to see, for example, the contracts of our player, just to transfer mark. Look at that. Club profile. Now, the information that coming from Transfermarkt, maybe they're not extremely precise, but they are more or less. I'm using it because here we got all the information, and end of story. Look at them. Squad. Here, interesting, because you can see full squad detail, squad by position, next season squad, stats. Let's open stats and let's see what's there. Agent and contracts. Squad numbers, suspension and injury. End of contract. Oh, we're gonna see this. Market value analysis. Most valuable starting lineup. Market value. Okay. And I want to open this stuff. All right, let's have a look. What is this? Agent and contracts. Okay. Let's see. Agent and contract. Mike Magnan. Contract in 2026. Fikayo Tomori, 27. Kalulu, 27. Chao, 27. Simon Kiers, last year, 2024. Hernandez, 2026. Calabria, 25. Lorenzi, 25. Benasser, 27. Krunic, 25. Loftus-Cheek, 27. Yunus Musa, 28. Renders, 28. Pobega, 27. Adli, 26. Rafa Leao, 2028. Whew. Whew. That was a hell of a contract, bro. That was a hell of a contract. How can you sign up Rafael for only 6 million a year? 6. Okay, he earned the same money that Thuram at Inter. He earned the same money, I think, more or less than what's the name of the tall guy in Juventus, the French guy with the long hair. What's his name? That guy, man. I hate that guy. Rabiot. Pulisic 27, Chukwueze 28, Okafor 28, Jovic 24, Giroud 24. Well, I think he's a good coach, and who will replace with him? It's not like we have Zidane line up. Exactly. This is another detail that actually Wuxia has a point. After all this, after that you are raising the level of Milan like this, you cannot take a cheap coach. You're gonna have somebody with the international experience that is gonna take you to win the Champions League. So people say, oh, De Zerbi playing an incredible football and an incredible culture. He's very good, and especially he plays as Milan like. But can he win the Champions League? Can he win the Scudetto? Can he win the cups? I don't know. If you ask me to change at this point, I would rather have somebody with international experience, maybe had played already in another league, and maybe already won some cups, because that's what we needed. We need him, and we need the staff coming with him to let our player win, Mike Magnan. So they start talking about Mike Magnan contract 2026. Sorry, Peter. Can we compare on SofaScore last season first 8 games and this season first 8 game in Serie A? Okay, let's do it. SofaScore, you said. Boom. Let's check out. Oh, this is how I'm gonna do this, brother. I have no clue how I'm gonna do this. Statistic. I absolutely have no idea how to do this. Can you do it there? Oh! It's not updated, bro. The last match here is against Lazio. Look at that. It's not updated. Wuxia, yes, we need someone to bring a winning culture from to go if we change managers. Exactly. We need somebody that brings the new ideas in. This is the stats. Come on, see it, bro. So now, but I don't know how to compare. I understand, Peter, but I don't know how to watch it from last year, for example. I mean, I can see from last year, but not the first 8 match. You know what I mean? This is match 38. I cannot see match 8. Where were we? Well, look, I can do this. Serie A, boom, right? Table. standings here. Okay, and then you do standing Serie A match day 8 2022 2023. There you go. Yeah, done. Am I right? There you go. Look at that. So last year, after eight matches, Napoli had 20 points. Milan this season had, let me do this. Milan now has 21 points. Milan last season at this time had 17 points. Okay. Milan this time has 21 points. So we got a good 4 points clear, guys, compared to last year. Right? That's pretty incredible. And we were just winning against Empoli, bro. We were just winning that match against Empoli. That crazy match against Empoli, man. That's crazy. What we were saying here? Let me see. They're already talking about Mike Magnan, and this is their Excellent Sport Nation. This is let's call it the company, the group of managers. There is the managers that they are looking after Mike Magnan contracts. In the same company, of course, beside Mike Magnan, you got this Aurélien Tchouameni, which is the very good, strong midfielder from Real Madrid. You got Koundé, and the others, I don't know them. And Bueno, right wing from Brentford. All right. There. Let me see. Fikayo Tomori, Sport Invests. I'm watching the contract of each player and what company they are and what other player the company have. So for Sport Invest International, which is the managers of Fikayo Tomori, has the highest value in their portfolio with 40. Everyone else, they are all Czech players. There are all Czech players in the Czech league or Russian league. This is the Zenit, so this is Russian. This is the Victoria Plzen. This is the Slavia Praga. Hoffenheim, so this is German. Okay. But they manage mainly Czech players. I didn't know that. That is very strange. Let's see Kalulu. Who's the manager? Kalulu contracts end in 2027. Kalulu at the moment is injured, and I would like to see him back as soon as possible because we need help as in central defense, and also we need the help in on the right wing. So yeah. And in the meantime, I'm gonna open as well Chao. The contract of Chao is gonna end up like Kalulu in 2027. So let's see. Oh gosh, this is. So the same company of Kalulu has Camavinga, Grealish, Luke Shaw from Manchester United, Yeremia Pino from Villarreal, Ibrahim Konate of Liverpool, Fagioli, Ben Chilwell from Chelsea, Kimpembe, N'Golo Kante, Maestro Kimpembe, and Loftus-Cheek. Scamacca. Look how many players. Let me see just quickly the second page. That's a big one, huh? So Kalulu and Loftus-Cheek, they have the same agency. If they like to sweep to change players, Kalulu at some point we all know that he will go. But fuck, I love that guy. This is the same company, the same group, the same managers that control the same agent of Malik Chow, Reece James, Brennan Johnson from Tottenham, 22 years old, value 48 million. Anthony Gordon, the guy from Newcastle that we saw, 45 million, that guy. The English tax, there you go. Çalhanoğlu, the piece of shit, 40 million. Wan-Bissaka, 25 million. Irving Lozano, now playing in PSV, ex-striker of Napoli. Malik Chow. Okay, and a bunch of other players. Okay. Who else is interesting? Let me see. Theo. He got this Manuel Garcia. I want to see. Oh, Team Raiola. Benasser is with Team Raiola. Let's have a look of Team Raiola. So now we will see. So this is the agent of Theo Hernandez. The value on the market of Theo at the moment is 60 millions with a contract of 2026. Theo Hernandez, Lucas Hernandez as well. And the others, I don't know them, guys. All right. So mainly they look after the Hernandez. Team Raiola. Benasser, Donnarumma. Romagnoli, Justin Kluivert, Pinamonti. A lot of Italians in Spanish. Okay. So Benasser is Raiola. I didn't know that. Who else is interesting? Leao, not clarified. Adli doesn't have an agent. Pulisic, relatives, so that means his family is in it. The new player are not even watching them because honestly, it's like what they're gonna do. They're not Origis as far as we know, so they're not gonna change next season. Well, that's okay. I was just curious to see. Okay. What do you think, guys? What do you think about this? Nothing to think, isn't it? There is only to. I'm just watching that. I'm just thinking that maybe with an agent that has a big portfolio, they like to switch the player around. And so far, the agent with the biggest portfolio is what's his name? Is Kalulu. Kalulu and Chow, actually. They have the agent with his most portfolio. The others, they all looks, they got Raiola for Benasser. You got Mike Magnan, which is this ESN that they only have Tucha Mendy, the guy from Real Madrid. Everyone else looks like, I don't know what kind of thought is this, but yeah. Ciao capolista, eccolo qua. Volevi chiamarmi pallavolista magari, Gabriele? If we ever have the time to talk about the one remaining available manager to theoretically even considering replacing Pioli, my heart lies with Marcelo Gallardo. But keeping Pioli protect the culture of the club and the locker room that has been built since Rio Ave. So hopefully we won't have to get there. Maybe for the next season. I think Pioli safe this season. Yeah. he got a lot of pressure on. I have to say, guys, also that everyone is expecting Pioli to win with this team because, again, we said that before, Pioli built this team. Okay, so it's we'll see. There you go. So we watch all these players. Okay. End of contract in 2024, we got Giroud, Luka Jovic, and Mirante, and that's it. And Kier. Well, Caldara has never been a part of the plan, so unfortunately, such a shame. 25, Calabria, Krunic, Florenzi. 26, who's gonna end up? Hello? Eccoti qua. There you go. Theo, Magnan, and Adley, 2026. Oof. We have to see one of this summer what's gonna happen, guys. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this season is a test for where are you? This season is a test for Pioli longevity. I'll forgive him last season because he was handed CDK, Origi, and Ballo-Touré to work with. Yeah, this is a good point, Yongo, as well. I think last year maybe was literally Maldini gave him a team and Pioli couldn't work with that team. Meanwhile, this year, Pioli actually asked for certain kind of profile and that delivery. Yeah. Mike Magnan. Yeah, I think so. Market value analysis. Who's the best one? Let's see who's our most expensive player. Who do you think it is, guys? Who do you think it is? This is our most expensive lineup right now. Mike Magnan, the value 45 million. Kalulu 30. Tomori 40. Theo 60. Calabria 20. Benasser 40. Loftus-Cheek 25. Pulisic 25. Chukwueze 25. Raffaellino Leao 90. Okafor 20. I don't know what Maldini was thinking with Origi. Can we say that this year we did exactly the same mistake? No. I was about to say that. I'll tell you what I was about to say. I was about to say Origi, Jovic. Okay? I was thinking, can we say that we did exactly the same mistake of last year? We didn't get, we don't know where to find a good striker. So they got just the first one that was coming out from the Premier League or from another league that was a good agent, was a good deal, and we signed him up because Jovic, he was literally the last of our hope because we didn't, and he's way behind all the other players. Jovic, if we can criticize Chukwueze, that you see the technique, but still touching, he has a lot of passes, a lot of touches, he tried to dribble. I go mad sometimes because he's not showing up yet his full potential, but still I consider it as a good player. Freaking Jovic, guys, in 90 minutes he touched 19 times the ball. 19 times the ball. It's not good. It's not in the middle of the action. The other player, they're not looking for him. And I'm sorry to say, but you are the new guy and you need to run. Not you need to make sure the ball comes to you. And hopefully our Peter in the chat, he was wrong when he said this is not a good buy because he doesn't like him. I say, look, this is Milan and we'll see, give everyone the same opportunity. But Origi, if I remember well, guys, last year he was picked by Maldini. He was picked by the managers. Jovic, we got him because there was nobody else to buy. There was nobody else to buy. We tried Taremi until the last minute, remember? That we were about to buy him. People say, oh, it's too old. I'm like, what are you talking, man? It's like scoring 30 goals a season. 30 is ready. Even if he can score 5, 6, it's fine, man. It's better than Jovic. But Origi, if I remember well, when we bought Origi, it was a kind of goal of the market to get a central striker, and we got him, and he was terrible. And he was literally terrible. Probably one of the worst. Probably on the same level of Constant, of Honda. Am I exaggerating? Probably Honda scored more goals than Origi. Come on. There's no way. He was a free transfer despite the high wages. Yeah, 4 million a season. 4 million a season, guys, for Origi. 4 million a season. This is a good lineup. Yeah. Same mistake. Jovic is rubbish. Yeah. Let Jovic play a full game in the Italian Cup. I'm good with that. Jovic isn't on a long-term contract, so if he doesn't work out, we can just cut him. After 1 year, it's a 3-year club option. Yeah, but we will fuck now. I don't know. So I'd rather have Okafor. You know, Okafor seems a little bit faster, a little bit more into also the flow of the team. You know, you see them always smiling with Leao, with Chukwueze, with Pulisic. They're always there laughing. I never seen, and this is just what we see from the media. Maybe I don't know. The photographer doesn't want to take video, doesn't want to take picture of Jovic because I don't know. He tried with his girlfriend and whatever. So maybe he's upset with him. But I don't see any media over any picture of Jovic smiling with the rest of the group, being together. I see much more on Okafor. I see much more on Chukwueze. But Okafor so far is delivering something. And I want to see him play more. I want to see him play more as a central striker. I think it could be a future. It could be a good. Sorry. Maybe we get Osimhen. No one is looking happy at Napoli now. Young Ho, I was also optimistic with Origi. He had a good performance for Liverpool as well as national team. We had every reason to experimenting him to have some good moments with us. What about Mandzukic? What about Kalinic? I think. Well, I love Mandzukic. I mean, he was cool with us, but he did absolutely zero. But he played just 3 or 4 months. Kalinic, I think he scored a few goals already with us. So, but I think we can play him in this group of heroes: Origi, Mandzukic, and Kalinic. Wow, and Borini maybe. Mandzukic was a gamble because he has not been playing top-level football for a while when he came to us. 13 millions for Okafor was a steal. Yeah, 13 million. There you go. Young classic track. Just one magic word. Pioli out. Young Okafor is our new Niang. No. Come on, don't say that. Tong Wang. Jovic was very strong and in Eintracht. He has potential. He was very good, but then he lost himself when he went to Madrid. Completely out. I feel Jovic going to surprise us, like post-lockdown Rebic. When Giroud needs rest and Rocafort is also tired, Jovic gonna amaze everyone. Jovic hold up play is much better than Origi. I'm better than Origi at doing that game, bro. Like, Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun tonight. It's 20 minutes past midnight in Central European time. After this beautiful analysis with you guys, that I really appreciate you, all the comments, all your thoughts, and also let's remember that, guys, that we are first in the league. We are first. We are 21 points. Can we have a little bit of happiness now? Or we always, I understand that it takes time and that season is still long, but at least how these 21 days of hell started with a 5-1 slap in the face, I was not expecting to end up above Inter. I was not expecting above Inter. And the match against Genoa was a match that it was a match that showed the character of this team. And I'm very happy because they sending good signals so far. The only thing worries me a little bit is Champions League, because against Newcastle we should have won, and we're gonna regret not getting those 2 points. We are gonna regret it because we're gonna go to St. James and we're gonna play everything that we had in that match. I already know right now that that's gonna be the decisive match. But on Campionato there is really nothing, and there are no teams that really, beside Inter, of course. We're gonna have a test against Juve. We're gonna have a test against Napoli. It's not gonna be easy, but against Genoa, the way that the way that Magnan sacrificed himself, like doing doing a red card, because that's in between Milanista we can say, but that is a red card all the way, guys. That's a red card. I mean, you don't even watch it. You don't have to even watch it on the screen, on the monitor. That's a red card. Probably the ref was behind the player, so they really didn't see it. What I'm saying is that the way that Mike was looking to not concede a goal, not one times, boom, 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 another header. And then the team, how they defend and they close so much to themselves, creating the barrier, and then Tomori with the deflection over the crossbar, and then the save of Giroud. Literally, you are playing everything that you have to win that. And I love it. I love it because that's what it's all about. It never give up. So very, very happy, guys. Always believe, not in Pioli out, classic track. Come on. What do you think, Old Heart? We start Giroud or Okafor? Whatever our beloved Pioli will see that is the most fit. That's what I will say. Let the man work. Let the man work. All right, guys. That's all for tonight. I wish you a good night. Today is only Monday. We're gonna have almost 10 days of relaxing, no football, no tension. Our heart is gonna be like, oh, thanks God, finally I don't have to suffer every 3 days. And nothing. Hopefully nobody's getting injured, because that's the main thing. Hopefully nobody's gonna get injured anymore, because that's fuck it. Every time we get injured, I mean, it's drive me crazy. Hopefully we're not gonna get any injury. And what else, guys? That's all at the moment. Like the video, guys, of course. Subscribe to this beautiful channel of Milanistas. Always believe in this young AC Milan, 19 times Italian champions, 7 times European champions. Believe. Other than that, it's good to be on top. Huh? It's good. It's good. Huh? Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ciao. Forza Milan, guys. Always. Ciao. Ciao. Have a good night. Mwah.